Alright, let's do it. The continuous downfall of Tobuscus. Tobuscus, is that Minecraft streamer? Yeah, he's kind of cooked, huh?
Hello once again!
Yay!
So we all remember Tobuscus.
Yep.
Sorry, I forgot some of my demographic was born after the PewDiePie bridge incident of...
I mean, I'm not gonna say it, but I bet a lot of you are, huh?
2017.
What a fucking...
I thought I was gonna get banned in him for a second there.
English person.
Most of you probably only know Markiplier, Mr. Beast.
Queso! The only man fatter than me.
Queso. And Creekcraft. But if you spawned in the same time I did, music like this was our childhood.
Bring zombies.
When we're waiting for the bus, we go.
About to battlefield back to 1942.
Most of these songs are actually older than some of the people watching. God, am I getting old.
Jesus Christ, even the Zoomers feel old, bro.
But around the start of the
Zoom
2000s
Zooms?
and early 2010s,
Zoom
you had
Zoom?
some creators that had set the precedent for the landscape that is today's YouTube. They essentially laid the foundations for
Fucking boogeyman.
many other content creators. Just for most of you to become hooked on the dopamine highs, that is
Smash!
watching the most fictional Reddit stories like saying, "Am I the asshole for putting my newborn baby in an oven preheated to 220 degrees, purposely, without seasoning, with Subway surfers or
Yep.
soap cutting below the video just to keep you engaged." My
soap cutting.
personal favourite brain rot slop is the ranking lists.
You're about to watch a master at work.
That was fucking awful. Holy shit.
But the early days of YouTube is a nostalgia trip for many of us, and some of the creators that influenced that nostalgia when we were kids have kids of their own now, and have moved on from YouTube or are still making videos to this day as either a hobby or with a completely different pace, due to most of them being in their late 20s to mid 30s. Yeah, it's hard to keep the same energy and upload schedule at that age, let alone keep up with the daily trends with whatever the fuck this is.
Why are you glooping on the chicken jockey, man? That's disgusting.
But these people are the
That's
forefathers
disgusting,
of YouTube, and are beloved by many, especially the creators that specialise in content like Minecraft. I'm talking Yogscast, Captain Sparkles, Stampede, the Diamond Minecart.
Stampede!
Cancelled number 1, cancelled number 2. Unfortunate.
You gotta pump those numbers up. You gotta get more cancellations if you're playing Minecraft.
Ending to his relationship, but glad he still put the intro in his breakup video. The Syndicate Project.
Putting your intro into your breakup videos kind of powerful. That's like aura.
Two philosophers are still debating if he
That's
staked his
strong.
round
I like
115 COD zombies around, but there is another many may have forgotten about, but was just as integral and prevalent in the infancy era of YouTube. Tobuscus, or Toby Turner, someone that was once known for his Happy Wheels and Minecraft gameplay, his music parodies of popular games, especially Minecraft, which is enough to awaken most people like a sleeper agent with nostalgia, his apparent movie appearances, when one, he's just standing there, not even uttering a word,
That's crazy.
just nodding his head like he was the deaf interpreter for the movie, just listening so he can throw all of his gang signs a second later. He was also in 3 other movies which...
Oh, dude, this fucking movie was awful. I saw this when it came out. Actual fucking unadulterated dog shit.
did pretty well.
It's the worst one out of all of them. Like, these are all like, okay, whatever. This was the worst best one.
And from what I could see, he had a talent for acting. But all around, people just generally liked him or his online persona.
Holy no! Bounty, don't be dead! No! What just happened? Oh, come on!
Which was a comedic, light-hearted, goofy guy. And he was well known,
just a little
respected,
guy,
and
chat.
influenced so many people's childhood.
You watched a horror movie? Chat, Smiley is not a horror movie. It's a comedy. Yeah, don't ever call it horror ever again.
Which
That
was a
was comedy.
reputation that quickly crumbled due to many controversies and dramas, most occurring behind the facade of his online persona. And in recent years, said reputation has only gotten worse, with questionable uploads that are polarizing compared to earlier content, regular crash outs on other platforms like Twitter, some even happening quite recently, and his political opinion he spreads on his platform. I don't know why it's a requirement for most content creators nowadays to preach their own political takes or combine it with their content or platform. I just want to watch reacts and body cams in peace, but I can't seem to escape it no matter where I look.
Okay, to be fair, it's literally just Asmon. Come on. And he has lulz too. I don't watch this fucking Asmon's political content. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care. I'm not a boomed out fucking 50-year-old lady.
But this is
60.
Tobuscus, or Toby Turner, someone that personally influenced my childhood and someone I completely forgot about till his most recent crash out, and the subject of today's video since I just remembered he existed. But who is Tobuscus?
Hello once again.
Hello!
So Toby Turner was born on the 3rd of March 1985, meaning by the time of this video he would be in his 40s. Toby made his start on YouTube under the name Tobuscus in 2006. Yes, that was almost 2 decades ago. And he was spawn camping YouTube because YouTube was made a year prior, and it was
Wow.
not as well known around that period. But his first video was titled What I Do with a Remote from Click.
Oh my god! That's that movie where that guy was like slow motioning this woman's tits! I saw the commercial for that and I thought that was so weird.
A reference and parody of the Adam Sandler movie, Click, a movie that has unironically become popular again through YouTube shorts and TikTok clips, despite the movie being very old at this point.
Yeah!
Is a good movie though, but even from his first upload you can see his enjoyment for acting, playing characters, and movies, as a lot of his
It's just a
earlier
goofball.
videos are reenactments of movie scenes and skits, but throughout some of his first uploads you can see the personality and characteristics that would later become one of his best selling points.
I've been watching Heroes, and all I can think about is, does Claire's hymen regenerate? Is that weird?
And Jesus Christ, was he an alcoholic. But for now, Toby wouldn't see any
A
success
funny alcoholic, not a sad one.
from these videos, and when he eventually did, it was primarily down to his skills in remixing and producing music, with his earliest success being the video Don't Tase Me Bro, uploaded in September 2007. A remix produced by him of his friend being tased at a university conference, seemingly for something he said or just generally being
Damn, he
obnoxious
is
and
old.
refusing
Holy
to
shit.
leave.
This was the era of YouTube poops as well.
But who needs enemies when your friend Toby will record you being tased, turn it into a viral success, and then sell t-shirts about said situation?
Dude, he knows how to print money!
But don't worry, all the
the
earnings
hell?
supposedly went to that friend that was being tased. The internet was such a
Allegedly.
simpler time back then. But even with this viral success, it seemed Toby didn't really know what type of content to upload. I mean, this was the start of YouTube, before people were getting paid for it and before anyone considered it a job.
Yep.
But he was experimenting.
People realized there was a job around about the PewDiePie Markiplier era, I'm not gonna lie. I think anyone before that, it was just kind of like, oh, you're uploading, dude. YouTube's so ugly. What the fuck is wrong with you? It was perfect!
Uploading a variety of videos, From skits to music videos to vlogs to crazy squirrel threesome in HD, my personal favourite, he also gave birth
This guy's not beating the furry allegations.
to his own theme song within this time frame. And his wildly recognised animated intro, and he was also communicating and joking around with his audience he had at the time.
Well, Viperboy97, I see you can play my theme song. If you call that playing.
Every now and again he'd upload viral remixes that garnered more attention to
Oh, Barack Obama cursing remix. Yeah, I remember that too.
him, but he faced the problem of he had so many viral videos but nobody was really there for him or his skits.
Yeah.
Well, till he began getting noticed for content that was only successful down to his own personality and his music skills. This happened around 2009, so you know the series Everything Wrong With by CinemaSins?
I love that show. Well, that channel, dude. What was the other guy with the really long hair? God, what was that other guy's name? He's really popular too. The one, the cinema critic or something? Yeah.
It was kind of like that, but in this era. He was just summarizing
I hated that channel. Oh, come on, it's not that bad. It's funny.
things happening on the screen and the
No,
plot
not
of the movie
Nostalgia
with
Critic,
music
man.
and jokes.
Ground shot, helicopter, girl walking to rebel fade out.
This extended
I wouldn't watch it now. I'm not a kid anymore. But I thought it was funny at the time.
to popular trends, ads, games, and it worked very well for him, and launched his popularity further than it had ever been. And it wasn't just down to these viral remixes he was making, it was down to the remixes and him. People were even getting interested in his content outside of this series. And he kept going, he struck whilst the iron was hot. Jesus, is Bioshock Infinite that old now? Around 2010, he was doing numbers and actually outshined actual celebrities of that time who he went to school with, like Alan Richson or the...
Aren't you the guy who went to school with Tobuscus? No fucking way! What? He went... That's actually so fucking funny. This guy went to school with him?
Reacher, as people would know him, in which he was paid to surprise him and conduct an interview in October
What? That's so wild!
2010, and Alan
That's
even exclaimed how
cool.
much he loved his videos.
No way, dude, that's a humble and a half. Yo, Rain, what's up? Thank you for the raid. Hey, thank you.
I'm interviewing you.
Get out of here!
Nope, you
Yeah.
walked down the street because I watch your little videos.
It's a joke?
Toby at this time was considered YouTube famous. He'd technically made it. He would get recognized in public, requested to attend certain events,
I would fucking hate that.
and for those early days of
Not
YouTube,
gonna
it
lie.
seemed like he was everywhere. Why do I remember this? This was from 2013. What the f- And people
It's raped. Oh my god.
would watch his content regardless
Damn, it really was 2013, huh?
of what he was uploading. He even started his gaming channel, Toby Games, in
damn.
the same year, uploading Let's Plays of Halo, Fallout New Vegas, and a plethora of other games.
Oh, StarCraft 2 Toby sucks at gaming. I must have had that recommended to me once or twice.
Most of those videos also seeing large success.
But I'm putting my hands up right now. I did watch Destiny play on YouTube, playing StarCraft before the whole political schizo thing. Okay, I'm putting my hands up right now. I thought it was funny. I remember when he got doxxed and shit, and he said, I don't give a fuck, and he was talking about his, like, his baby mama and his child. Like, I'm just saying, putting my hands up.
But everything he had done previously would pale in comparison to two things he was about to release in September 2011. That being his Minecraft series and his Biscuit Nugget video.
Nugget, biscuit, nugget, and a biscuit, nugget, biscuit, nugget.
I cannot
Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna puke. This is so old.
explain to you how influential this music was. It was the only thing sang on the playgrounds. It was
Oh my god. Oh my god. And everybody said the tune. Oh my god. I wasn't even into Minecraft at all, and I still heard this fucking shit.
Actually, a flex to say you watched the 10-hour version all the way through.
Dude, that guy probably made bank. 10-hour version? I didn't even know
And his
that's
next
possible.
song was like a Matisse painting that even rivaled the Beatles. That being the release in 2012 of I Can Swing My Sword.
Sword, my diamond sword, sword. You cannot afford, my diamond sword, sword.
A lot of these songs and animated videos are still to this day sitting at his most...
Wait! The guy that animated for him is the same guy that did the funny, like, I can milk those tits. I can break these cuffs. Is that the same guy? It's gotta be, right? It is? I thought so. It looked really familiar. Yeah, I can milk these cuffs. Is it Oni and G? No, it wasn't Oni, was it? You can break these cuffs.
popular viewed videos on his entire channel, and are what people...
No, not him. Sorry, I'm really stuck on it. I just keep thinking. It's not him. I think it's a very similar style, though. Gonzo? Oh, it was Gonzo. That was his name.
People still recognize him for. Except for the
Yeah, it was
Biscuit and a
Gonzo.
Nugget 2, that was complete dog shit. Terrible sequel. Just like the
True.
Megamind 2 of the series. But in
True.
2012, he now had the full attention of the internet. And in the same time, reached 2 million subscribers. And once again, things were going
Wow,
very
shut the
well for
wow.
Toby. He had a popular gaming channel which shaped many's childhoods. He had a vlog channel which saw similar success. He was on TV at one point.
Ugh. Annoying orange, unironically one of the most irritating things I've ever seen on the planet.
He was in movies, as I mentioned before.
Blech.
He had a successful animated show on his channel. He made his own game which didn't do too well, due to the fact it took way too long to develop, and came with a whole
7 years.
host of problems, and the hype just kind of
Ugh.
died around it. And sponsors absolutely loved him. But these were the golden years for Toby and his career from 2010
made so
to
much money, good
2014. As from 2015 onwards, he faced a sort of lull with his growth. But with that being said, he did reach 5 million subscribers on his main channel, which is a feat only few accomplish, but there were no more explosive growths that all of his channels had previously seen, and it could have been down to a number of things. It was around the time Minecraft saw its great stagnation between 2015 to 2018, before later being revived again. That, along with his usual content like his literally trailer series, which I explained previously, just wasn't grabbing attention like it did initially. Toby also...
I blame because games started sucking after 2015. I'm gonna be real here, I think something happened with games in general.
wasn't uploading as regularly as other competing channels, like the rising stars of that time, PewDiePie and Markiplier, who were almost uploading daily, but Toby was uploading a lot less frequently, and when he did upload, it was the same things.
2015 is crazy. No, like legitimately, I think that's the start of the downfall. In 2015 or 2016, World of Warcraft Warlords of Draenor came out, and that was one of the worst expansions ever in the entire fucking like history of the game, bar none. I don't know, like I feel like a lot of games, like, you can see things happening in 2015 and 16 where it's like it just got worse. I would say, from my personal experience. You're gonna tell me Batman just cause 3, Fallout 4 and Life is Strange is bad? Yeah, Fallout 4 was a bad game. I love Fallout 4, but I think it's a bad game. I'm putting my hands up. I'm just saying, I think it's a bad game. For what it is, I think it's a bad game. I love Fallout 4, and I think it sucks. I'm just saying. It could have been better. It's good with mods. Well, it shouldn't have mods on it. Sorry.
he was doing.
Also, Batman came out in 2018. You little frick. Yeah, don't spit on me like that. Batman Arkham Asylum came out in 2018. Night? Okay, well, I wouldn't know about Night. I don't know about Night. Or was it Arkham Knight? Wait, what am I saying? Did I say Arkham Asylum? Jesus Christ, what am I saying? Yeah. Arkham Knight fucking came out in 2018. Am I cooked? Batman Arkham Knight. release date. Oh, it did come out in 2015. Wait, what am I talking about? Well, I don't know. Fuck you! Shut up! You have no point!
In
Get outta
previous
here.
years.
I'm gonna
Maybe
dismiss you.
people
I'm
just
being a woman.
outgrew or were no longer entertained by Tobuscus anymore, and his online character and persona he showed in every video. It could have been any one of these things. Don't get it wrong, Toby was still getting views and people still loved him. He wasn't anywhere near, as some would say, a dead channel or fallen off. He just wasn't seeing the huge growth he saw in previous years or what
people will say that you're not gaining subscribers, like you're not gaining 1 million subscribers a year, and they'll say you fall off just because you only gained 500,000 subscribers.
the channels were seen within the years of 2015 to 2016, and unfortunately it was only going to get worse, as allegations and controversies would surround him and stain his name.
Remember to hit that like button for a year of people capitalizing on my mental anguish.
So in 2016, a number of allegations were levied against Tobuscus, portraying the point that behind the character he shows on his YouTube channel, he was the complete opposite.
I don't want to get too far into it, but people had been hearing that Tobuscus was like a colossal piece of shit for years and years and years before anything came out about him publicly.
Yeah.
Literally every single place the guy went, he created a bad story about himself. Like, I'll just say that.
You know Toby Turner?
Of course.
Toby Turner was like the great Gatsby of YouTube at one point, where he had parties every single weekend at his house, and they were like extravagant parties. And this is like a party, there's like drugs going around and drinking going around.
Naturally,
2016 was,
I mean, you're a Minecraft YouTuber, what the hell do you expect?
Not a good year for Toby. It was alleged that Toby was stalking one of his ex-girlfriends that recently got married.
Toby Turner was still trying to go after Jacqueline Glenn.
He was sending messages, emails, and at one point left a note on her car, and even joked about doing this in one of his vlogs.
Months ago, and is now getting bad again. It seems like every time he thinks I'm involved with someone, it gets worse. Like, one time he showed up at my place while I had a roommate, and like got into the back and left a note on my car. I don't know how he got in because it was a gated thing. Even a couple of months ago, like a month ago I think it was, he posted a video on his channel called Too Late, where he laughed about the fact that he was sending me unwanted emails.
You know,
that's self-incriminating as fuck. Why would you ever do that? What?
You know, I haven't been, you know, contacting my ex or anything.
Look, all I'm saying is it wouldn't look as fucking bad if he didn't have literal, like, proof of it. Hello?
You know, which is good. I just send her stuff that makes me think of her, which doesn't count. But it's cool because she did respond. She was like, please stop sending me stuff. So it's a good sign.
Drama Alert covered the story, which made Toby respond by saying he actually didn't know she was married.
Back together after that, but it, it didn't work out. And she's married by any of this. But it's just freaking, there's so many drama videos about it.
I'm telling you, social media amplifies your mental illness for sure. There's no shot he would have done this like 10 years ago if he wasn't so popular and didn't do YouTube videos all the time.
I mean, I was told she wasn't in a serious thing, so, obviously that information was factually infactual.
But once again, he did know she wanted to be left alone. But this claim against Toby would be one added to a pile at the time, cementing the fact that 2016 was the worst year for Toby. Allegations from another previous girlfriend going by the name of F or April Fletcher, who was another content creator around that time period that created covers of songs, in April of 2016 would release a Tumblr post alleging that over their on and off relationship starting from 2011, that Tobuscus was definitely not the light-hearted, wholesome, goofy guy he was previously revered for. The post lists allegations of emotional abuse and manipulative behaviour, physical abuse and non-consensual advances, and rape, claims he had drug problems and at one point drugged her, and that throughout their relationship had cheated and possibly done things with other females. At the launch of these allegations, other women would slowly come out about their own experiences with Toby, like Amelia Talon, who spoke about similar experiences she had.
Oh my god, what did I just see? Did I see World of Warcraft?
With Toby, like
World of Warcraft!
Amelia Talon,
Bleach and Beta!
who spoke about similar experiences she had with Toby.
And he had Molly on his tongue, and he kissed me, and I didn't know it, and so I had to take it. So I don't doubt that he put drugs into her shot.
And multiple other women would come out with their own stories, many suggesting he did have a drug problem. However, some looking back at these allegations years later and even within the same time frame bring up the point that no criminal charges were ever filed against Toby and no hard evidence was ever presented.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. At least one of them should have done that.
Except for a screenshot of exchanged messages at the time. This could be down to victims just wanting to bring their stories to light and move on from the situation and not want to start a lengthy legal battle. But once again, there were a lot of people coming out with similar experiences, at least for the drug abuse and cheating.
None of them did?
With all this, Jacqueline is Toby's ex-girlfriend, who he cheated on me with.
I helped him curb the drug problem. I helped that a lot. I tried to get rid of alcohol. I tried to get rid of drugs.
You can't change a person. Well, the person can only change themselves. Chat, remember that? Remember when I said that? Don't get into a relationship. If they're like an alcoholic, you're not gonna change them.
One of the things that I heard, and one of the reasons why I didn't really like when he would hang out with April, was because I knew that she was one of the people that introduced him to Molly. You know, there's two sides to every story, and I feel like people are only getting one. And I understand that he probably did treat her like shit. He probably did yell at her. He probably did make her cry. You know, he probably did, you know, lie to her about his relationships with other people, and did lie to her to keep her staying, you know, about, you know, going public eventually with their relationship and stuff. I believe all of that is true, but I do believe that there's a gray area. I don't know exactly what happened with the drug thing. I wasn't there. All I do know is that she was not a person who wouldn't take that drug. He likes to feel attractive. He likes people to want him. I think that's part of the reason why monogamy is such an issue, because he likes feeling wanted by people. So it's hard.
What do you mean? Just be in a monogamous relationship where you're wanted? I don't get that logic at all.
For me to imagine a situation where a girl was saying, no, I don't want you, and him being like, too bad. Like, it just doesn't make sense, because like that ruined it for him every time with us.
But some did speak out in defense of Toby, like Tara Babcox, who was another content creator and had a short sexual relationship with Toby. She claimed that Amelia Talon's accounts of the story was disingenuous at times, as sometimes she didn't add context, like how she was married when she was sexually interacting with Tobuscus.
I was actually the girl that she mentioned in the video who introduced them.
Holy
and one thing to
titties!
kind of prove that everything is based on perspective is that she left a lot out in that video. But she didn't mention that when I introduced them, she was married. And she went ahead and slept with him the same day of her own accord, and took Molly the same day of her own accord.
But goes on to say that with their personal experience with Toby, he most definitely had a drug and self-confidence problem.
But I knew that he was unstable mentally.
Sad.
From the drugs to just really...
What did she say? Stop. Shut up.
Needing that gratification of sex.
Toby did deny these claims when they were initially released, but all he said initially was they were not true.
I've never done anything without her consent.
But he did make a response 2 years later, saying in that video this situation had a lasting impact on him.
Have I been a bad boyfriend? Sometimes, yeah. Did I party in my 20s? Yes, too much. Am I over that period of my life now? Hell yes. But for 2 years, I felt like I was stabbed in the back and left to die while the world told me it was my fault. I almost gave up.
And once again that the...
Wait, what? Why? You have like a massive successful YouTube channel. What do you mean stab me, left me to die?
Allegations.
I in that time period, you probably were making a lot of money. I don't know.
Were not true, and points to a Tumblr post that attempts to discredit the original victim, which claims she was known to spread rumors about other people, was somewhat obsessed with him, and that some things in her story did not match up with others. But from most accounts
Tumblr
of Toby,
posts.
he definitely did have a drug problem and maybe self-esteem issues. These allegations did have somewhat of an effect on Tobuscus' reputation, and at the time, either down to said allegations or the content he was uploading, Tobuscus' audience wasn't as big as it used to be. He saw inconsistent viewership, which affected future uploads, as in some videos he can be seen going on occasional rants about the YouTube algorithm.
Speaking of which, do you happen to know the person who handles the algorithm situation?
That's an AI. Yeah, fun fact, chat. Fun fact. It's an AI. Nobody controls it.
Because I would just love to go to their house and just ask him a question.
But all
With a gun, probably?
around, Toby saw no significant growth ever again. But he did see more growth in the hate for him as he began to voice his many controversial opinions.
Yeah, N-word, dude. N-word's making a huge comeback, which is great because my ancestors loved it. I mean, I just, you know, I haven't said it yet.
In recent years, Toby has been
Dude,
very vocal.
He looks really reamed out. I don't know how to put my fucking hand on it. Or, sorry, my finger on it.
On his platforms regarding his political opinion and views on other controversial topics. Many relating it to a crash out on the same levels as Kanye, some even saying he's on his...
Whoa. Is he... Chat, I don't know about this one. Is it... Does he actually, like, is it Kanye levels?
Kanye arc of his career, as around the time of 2020, Tobuscus had basically somewhat given up on his main channel. There are entire years he's stopped uploading, but he was more active on things like his Twitter and vlogging channel Toby Turner. He was just kind of going about his life. And yes, you still can't tell from his vlogs.
I don't know, man. I just don't believe that Tobuscus would be that bad. That song that fucking came out, oh man, that was fucking cooked.
If this is his persona or his actual personality, they've sort of morphed together.
Man, I like this hat. So funny. Oh.
But he also began to share his opinion on things like COVID whilst driving, which I feel is just a tad bit dangerous.
It's kind of weird.
It's like to be in a place where there's still lockdown going on. But, you know.
Buddy, nobody came to you for fucking advice on COVID. You're a fucking Minecraft YouTuber. Oh my
Who knows?
god.
I mean, maybe it is best to just continue to starve the economy until everyone dies.
I mean, sure, maybe.
What economy? You're a YouTuber, what?
There's gonna be a magical vaccine.
Wait. You're a YouTuber during the pandemic. You could make some bank.
And it comes out, puts that chip in you. Oh, just kidding.
He talked.
Hell yeah, brother, put that chip in me. What is that chip, like Tostitos chip?
About the trans discussion, albeit in a sarcastic tone.
And if you want some doctor to help you realize your real identity, why not just have them?
This is what I want.
$20,000 to take a
Tobuscus talking about trans people.
Of your body need to fit who you really are.
But the most notable event was him taking a picture of Kyle Rittenhouse, who still to this day is a controversial figure in America, after going out armed with an AR, in his own words, to defend against rioters at the time, which resulted in him shooting and killing 2 people and wounding another, which many say was racially motivated and uncalled for, and the other side says he was basically trying to defend himself, but ultimately the charges against him were dropped. But it still remains a contended topic, and at the height of the controversy, Toby was in defense of Kyle.
And I really wanted to meet this kid. I was so excited. I wanted to meet him ever since I saw the whole video.
Dude, I am leaned back so far in my chair.
A couple convicted pedos.
A lot of his videos from this time, and even now, are just him ranting about controversial topics, and many just label this as he's not doing too well mentally.
This one got me new hat. USA, US, America. This one's me. This is me after I'm streaming. Like, I'm just like, oh, I'm in my car. I start talking about America, the vaccine. Kyle Rittenhouse.
And that's why he's like this. This eventually did carry over to his main channel where he uploads sporadically, and the quality of videos varies tremendously, and sometimes he uploads just random...
Wait. Justin Bieber baby parody. Did he know? Dude, this is a crash out and a half.
Videos varies tremendously, and sometimes he uploads just random songs. He He more recently was in the mouth of the internet again for saying slurs on Twitter, with an excuse along the lines of, it's just words.
Playing League of Legends, relax.
And even more recently, he was on LOLcow Live hosting.
Oh my god. Bro. Boogie Tobuscus, and who's his name? Well, I know who this is. Fucking Goblino, El Goblino.
Hosted by Keemstar and co-host
Dude,
Boogie.
looks like he's about
Every
to
time I see
cry.
Boogie on this show, it has to be some sort of like humiliation ritual with how they treat him. But Toby joined the
Dude.
show where I don't know if the age is showing, but he struggled to turn his camera on in the Discord for about 10 minutes.
Oh
and
my
he talks about his
God.
dog dying, which, fuck, that dog was so cute. There goes another piece of my childhood.
And so a couple days later, yeah, my dog died of old age. He's very old. It's fine. And I got his shirt on right now. It's very sad, but
it sucks, dude.
It sucks.
And he continues to talk about some of his
07.
past controversial
Toggle.
takes and says sometimes he is trolling, probably especially on Twitter.
What's going on with
Did
with
he
the
crash out because of his dog? No, he's just an emotional person. Like, I just know people like this. He didn't crash out over his dog. It just made him cry.
crazy tweeting? Because
sucks.
people think that you're like losing it or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we're in a weird place, don't you think? It's like when I open up X, first of all, I think it's a very bad place to even
the
open up.
Who the fuck calls it X?
That's what happens.
It's truly hard to engage with people on X because they're literally
X.
everyone is trolling over there. They're trying to get a reaction from bigger accounts.
I'm trolling a lot. I'm trolling all the time. But people come at me because they're like,
Sure,
"Oh, you love
Jan.
Kyle Rittenhouse." I'm like, no. I watched the video, and he shot a bunch of pedophiles who were all literally convicted pedophiles who were white.
They also had a moment where they reassure each other there's no beef since Keemstar did report a lot on his allegations at the time.
Bro, I've never talked to you ever.
Dude,
Isn't that wild? Like, you know, our careers are kind
People
of.
think that I hate you, and I don't hate you at all.
I appreciate
Because I
that.
watch your videos. I've never seen anything you've
Jesus,
said about me
dude.
because I can't do it.
He's about to
But,
blubber, man.
I don't blame you because I like that you call out this stuff that's evil.
And then they both bond over a rant about how he knew something was going to happen in LA, especially with the virus and everything, because the government told him.
I left out
The government.
pretty much a week after the government called me and said, "Get the hell out of LA now."
Nah, buddy, you need to take your meds. Hello?
Now I'm like, all right. After that, so like I had
Dude,
like a
you're
6
getting
months heads up, so
farmed.
no one in the world knew about it except for me, and I tweeted about it, and I got my account restricted, and I got my videos taken down. You know what I'm talking about?
I know
He's trolling.
that only I know, and you are telling the fucking truth.
But a lot of people did not like some of the takes and stuff he's been posting online.
God,
But admittedly, some
schizophrenia.
people have been resonating with the
Sad
things he says.
state.
But I would have not have thought the Toby 10 years ago would basically be the same Toby.
Chat, never meet your heroes is what I'm trying to, this is what I'm trying to convey. Don't meet your heroes.
Same character, just more political and controversial. It is definitely polarizing compared to his previous content. But Toby is still doing things off camera. As he mentioned on LOLcow Live, he is a part of a few projects like a game, so we haven't seen the last of Tobuscus yet,
Yay.
and I am interested to see what else he is going to do.
Conclusion. Schizophrenia.
So in conclusion, Tobuscus is somewhat of a relic of an older time, and in my opinion a more simpler time on YouTube, but he didn't adjust to the way the platform and his own audience was changing. In later years, this, along with the allegations made against him, basically solidified his downward spiral, which only got worse with his political-fueled rants. But he was a part of my childhood, and it was a pleasure to go back in this era of
Nugget
time.
biscuit,
It was very
nugget
nostalgic,
biscuit.
and it actually made me miss it somewhat. But yeah, that's all I had to say, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye! Bye-bye, furry. Goodbye. Alana, please don't turn schizo. Yeah, I don't know about that. We're way too late. We're way too late on that.